Hey, grace and peace. Welcome to the intersection. My name is Paul Dezay. It's good to be with you today. Today is Friday, Good Friday. I like this kind of Jesus graphic in the background for this Good Friday as we celebrate the crucifixion and the resurrection, the rescue of God to his people. And so today we are putting together everything that we have talked about this week. Let me go ahead and put the chart on the screen. Let me get rid of my name. And there we go. So this is what we've been working on this week. Let me kind of review them real quick, and then I'll share the intersections that I came up with. Let me see. My microphone is acting kind of funny. There we go. All right, so on Monday, we talked about John chapter 20, verses 1 to 18, the resurrection story from the Gospel of John. This is Mary Magdalene encountering the empty tomb, running and telling the disciples. John and Peter run to the tomb, and there's like a foot race. And then Mary interacts with angels, interacts with the gardener, who she thinks is the gardener. It's actually Jesus. Jesus says her name, Mary. Her life has changed. She wants to embrace Jesus. Jesus says, no, now's not the time. Go and go back and tell the disciples. So that was Monday's amazing passage. Tuesday was Acts chapter 10, verses 34 to 43. This is all about Peter experiencing a vision from God to reach out to Gentiles, that it's okay to eat the unclean meat. It's okay to interact with unclean people. This is the opening of the gospel to all people, that God loves everyone. He is the Lord of all. And then on Wednesday, we talked about Isaiah 25, 6 to 9. This is a prophetic prophecy of an upcoming event, a big banquet that for all nations, for all people, that God loves everybody. That theme is there. And death has been swallowed up, and God will wipe away the tears from our eyes, which is kind of a picture of Revelation 21. And then yesterday we talked about Psalm 118, verses 14 to 24, where there's a psalm of thanks, where God rescues the Hebrew people from the Babylonians, from exile, carries them home. And this is a big thanks, a praise to God for the rescue. So good stuff there. All right, so what are the intersections this week for me? Now, there are countless intersections. There are a lot of themes that are woven in these passages for the Revised Common Lectionary. So as you read them, certain things will jump out to you that are different than me. And so as I share the things that jumped out to me, I hope that you'll share back to me, and we can learn from one another. So the first thing that I discovered this week is that God loves everyone. God is Lord of all. God loves Mary. So here in a very male-dominated world, Jesus reveals himself to Mary. Mary becomes the first evangelist and goes and tells the disciples that Jesus is risen from the dead, shares the good news, right? So God loves women, and God loves Gentiles, as we see with the Cornelius story. And in the vision, Isaiah said that there would be a banquet for all people and all nations. God loves everyone. The second theme is witnessing. Mary was a witness of the resurrection of Jesus. Peter witnessed to Cornelius. Cornelius witnessed to Peter. All people are witnesses of God's goodness in this banquet, and the congregation is witnessing to the fact that God is a good God in Psalm 118, right? So witnessing. Now we have an opportunity to witness as well to the resurrection of Jesus this Holy Week and on Easter, on today, Good Friday, to tell our friends and family that Jesus loves everybody, and he invites all of us into his story to find purpose, to be witnesses. Death has been defeated. That theme is very much at the heart of these passages. Resurrection, these are Easter passages. We see this in the Psalm, which we talked about yesterday. I will not die, I will live. It talks about it in Isaiah, where death has been swallowed up. The veil has been removed. And then also, of course, the resurrection story. So those are three themes. We have witnessing, God loves everybody, death is defeated. And if I'd write it in a sentence, it would be this: God calls us, the church, to remember, to celebrate, and to witness to the good news of Jesus' resurrection. Say it one more time. That's good. God calls us, the church, to remember, to celebrate, and to witness to the good news of Jesus' resurrection. So what do you get this week? What did the scriptures say to you, and how can your life be different because of it? That's the point. It's about living differently. It's about accepting a new identity. It's about belonging to the church. It's about reaching out to the world in love. How is your life different based on the truth that we see in these scriptures? That's all I got. We'll be back next week to start this all over. Make sure to attend a Good Friday service if you're able to, an Easter service. If you don't have a church, we invite you to Sandy Hook. We'll be in person tonight for Good Friday or online, 7 o'clock. And then Easter Sunday, we have 2 services, in person or online. 8:45 a.m. is our traditional service, and then 11 a.m. is our contemporary service. So He is risen. He is risen indeed. Let's celebrate this Sunday. I pray that you have an amazing rest of your Holy Week. Grace and peace to you.